Hello, Astro friends. This is the forecast for Tuesday, November the 28th through Sunday, December the 3rd. And because I did put out the full moon forecast for the Gemini full moon just last night, I decided to forego my normal weekly overview publication that usually comes out on Monday and save it for Tuesday. So here we go. We're talking about the weekly energies. I do think it would be incredibly helpful to review that full moon forecast because a lot of those energies are going to be with us for at least 2 weeks, and so very pertinent for this week. A lot of the energy of that full moon is echoed in various aspects that we're going to be experiencing this week. The energies of Saturn it's still very much present with us, but we're getting sort of worn down by Saturn, but that's the way Saturn works. It helps us to really rise to the occasion, become more responsible, and realize that, we're not going to get out of this easy. We're going to have to go through this and work through this and keep going. And that's generally how Saturn energy works. Like, I can usually feel that Saturn energy before I even know it's in the chart. And then when I look at it, I'm like, yeah, that's Saturn. Saturn, it often can also feel like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, or at least that we don't really know how things are going to shake out until we go through it. And so if you're feeling like you're having a lot of trials lately, a lot of challenges, then that's likely Saturn. Saturn isn't something that you fight. Saturn isn't something you resist. Saturn is something where you humbly accept that this is my lesson right now. And oftentimes when we do that and we rise to the occasion and we work through it and we put in the effort, Saturn does reward. We just don't know what that reward will be. We don't know when it will come, and it can seem very never-ending. It's an interesting matrix to examine things under. So we can be Saturnian people. So we can have this really strong Saturnian aspect in our chart, and it just sort of repeats in cycles because that's exactly what happens. And we can either live as victims to it, or we can live as, people that are in realization that we're here to rise to these challenges and grow. I use the Healy, which is a frequency device that I talk about on Instagram. And I scanned a bunch of times last week, and planets came up for me several times last week with this intense Saturn transit. So then I was able to really work with that and send the frequency to help myself harmonize the influence of the planets, which I thought was really super cool. That's it for the excerpt for this week's forecast. If you're interested in listening to the full forecast, you can go to CourtneyIngham.substack.com.